Hello everyone. Today let's see the revision class 5 of financial management. In that let's see chapter 5 and chapter 6, mutual fund and financial statement analysis. Fifth chapter is mutual fund. What is mutual fund? Mutual fund is pool of money collected from public to be invested to realize specific investment objective of investors. So mutual fund means it is a money collected from public. So from various public money collected, it is pulled together and it is invested in some investment avenues. Formation. Every mutual fund of India is established under the Indian Trust Act 1882. It should be registered with the SEBI under SEBI Regulation Act 1996, and promoter of a mutual fund is called sponsor. Sponsor appoints board of trustees or board of directors. Board of trustees enters into relevant agreements with the asset management company and custodians. So mutual fund schemes begins with inviting public to invest. Then the money is managed by the asset management company. So these are the parties to mutual fund. First one is a sponsor. So sponsor is a person who brings mutual fund into existence. So every mutual fund bears the name of promoter, that is sponsor. So that is Unit Trust Mutual Fund. It is sponsored by Unit Trust of India, UTI Mutual Fund. So HDFC sponsored mutual fund is called HDFC Mutual Fund. Canara Bank sponsored mutual fund is called Can Bank Mutual Fund. So let's see the activities of sponsor. First is going to promote the company. Then later is going to appoint trustees, custodians and asset management company. So you should have a track record of at least 5 years in financial market. You should have made profit at least 3 years out of 5 years, and you should contribute at least 40% of the capital of AMC, that is asset management company. And second part is trustees. So sponsor is going to appoint board of trustees. So company which is registered under Companies Act, it can be appointed as a trustee. So trustee company or board of trustees should act according to provisions of Indian Trust Act 1882. So trustee should protect the interest of investors, and all the other functions like brokers, asset management company, custodians are accountable to trustee. They are appointed by the sponsor, but they are accountable to trustees. Trustees supervise the activities of asset management company. So let's see what is asset management company. So it is known as fund manager. It designs various schemes. Different schemes of mutual fund is designed by AMC. It analyzes the corporate performance and buys and sells the securities. Let's the features. An asset management company is registered as a private limited company. Every asset management company must be registered with SEBI. The capital of asset management company is provided by the sponsor. Every AMC must have a minimum net worth of 10 crore at all times. It cannot act as AMC of more than one mutual fund. The AMC signs an investment agreement with the trustees. AMC charges a fee for the investment agreement. All the investment, sales and purchases of securities are done by the AMC. And fourth party is custodian. So they are responsible for security spot. They ensure that security spot are transferred to demat account. When the shares are sold, delivery instructions are issued by the custodian. Then bonus share, right issue, sale and buyback will be done by the custodian as per the advice of AMC. Then other functions like registrar and transfer agents. Throughout the life of the fund, purchase and sale of units by the fund are entered in the register, which are maintained by register and transfer agents. Then brokers, they are appointed for purchase and sale of securities by the AMC. Selling agents and distributors, they are appointed for the purpose of popularizing the units of mutual funds among the investors. Then bankers, bank accounts are opened to carry on the cash transactions of mutual fund. Legal advisors, they are employed to comply the legal formalities. Auditors for auditing books of accounts. So types of mutual fund on the base of structure. First type is open-ended scheme. These schemes do not have any fixed maturity period. Management fee, it charges of fees as a percentage on the face value. Selling agents and distributors are used for sale of units to the investors. The example of this scheme is SBI Magnum Equity Fund UTI Master Plus 91. And second type is closed-ended schemes. These schemes they have fixed maturity period. After the initial offer, they won't buy sell units. Only on maturity, mutual funds buys units from unit holders. The investor can buy and sell units on the stock exchange using service of brokers. An example is LIC mutual fund. The name is Dhanavarsha. Interval schemes. Under these schemes, the units are listed on the stock exchanges. Example, UTI Master Share 1986. Then let's see the benefits of mutual fund. It gives a stability for small investors, because even a small investors they can invest in a corporate securities. They can realize the dream of investing in corporate securities by investing in these companies. See, this is because I already given an example. Shares of MRF, which cost about 65,000 something. So if investor, if he want to invest in such a shares, he can invest or he can purchase the units through mutual fund. So he can realize that dream. The risk management. So risk management is done by the mutual fund. They are going to assess this risk, and they are going to invest in a corporate investment avenues. So risk are shared among all the investors. So one investor is not affected. So wholesale investment. Wholesale investment means it invest like in huge quantity. So this reduces the administration cost to the company, where the company is making a public offer. Each mutual fund applies for shares in lakhs. Investor education. While selling units to the public through marketing agents, mutual funds gives information about the investment. That is through the brochures, catalogs, etc. Investment research. For framing investment strategy and picking stocks in the primary and secondary market, each mutual fund has a research team of its own. Liquidity to stock market. Mutual funds add the volume to the stock market. They buy the stock in large volume. So in a bear phase, they buy the stock. In bull phase, they are going to sell the shares. So it gives a liquidity. Development of money market. Many mutual fund schemes, particularly liquid funds, invest mainly in money market instruments. So this would go in a long way for the development of money market. Then saving mobilization. Through selling and distribution agents, the mutual funds tap savings in both urban and rural areas. Demerit. It is not good for large investors. Investors cannot attend company meetings and participate in the management of the company. Only mutual funds, they can participate, not the investor who are investing through mutual fund. There is a risk of capital loss and because of depressed conditions in the stock market. Thank you. So here we done with the revision of 5th chapter.
Hello students, let's see the last chapter, that is financial statement analysis. So there are three techniques to analyze financial statements. So first is comparative financial statement. Let's see the problems under this. So here balance sheet of 2 years given, source of funds and application of funds, equity share and reserves. So these are liabilities and total liability is 57,157 and 48,068. So your net block given, so gross block, net block. So you have to take net block, it is a asset, then capital work in progress, investments, sundry debtors, cash and bank balance, loans, advances. Then there are current liabilities and provisions. So these are liabilities which will come under liability side. So let's see this. This is a statement of comparative balance sheet. So particulars, base year, current year, then changes in rupees, then changes in percentage you have tried. So formula is change divided by base year into 100. So first we have taken here equity share capital under shareholders fund under equities and liabilities. So here in base year equity shareholders were 575 crore and in 2016 current year 1148. So here we have to find the changes. So there is increase in equity share capital by 574. How can you calculate this? By deducting the current year from the base year. So you'll get this changes in rupees. So changes in rupees is 574 divided by base year value 574. So changes is 100%. So reserves, same way you have to write 47,494 and 56,009, and changes in rupees. So 56,009 minus 47,494, changes in rupees is 8,515 divided by base year value into 100. So like that we have to do for every components of liabilities. Finally we have to do it for total liabilities. So there also we are finding the difference, and we are calculating in percentage, that is by dividing from the base year value. So we will be getting 17.72%. Same way for assets also, first you have to take non-current assets. It includes fixed assets, under that net block and capital work in progress. You can take separately or you can take together the fixed assets. So we took here together. So here this is a base year value, this is a current year value, and the difference of this is 1066, and in percentage the difference in rupees divided by base year value is 13.13%. Similarly investment, same way we are calculating, and current assets, debtors, cash, loans and advance. And finally for the total assets, same way base year value divided by difference in rupees will get the percentage. So this should be matched. That means total liabilities and total assets percentage, that should be the same. And more problems from comparative financial statement we already worked out during online class. You can refer that video. And second technique is common size financial statement. So in case of common size income statement, where we are going to compare each of the items in the financial statement towards the biggest value in the financial statement. In case of income statement, biggest value will be sales. In case of balance sheet, biggest value will be assets and liabilities. Okay, so let's see the problem. Here prepare a common size income statement from the following: sales, cost of material, wages, factory expenses, office administration expenses, and selling expenses, and interest and tax given. So here income statement information given. So we need to prepare income statement. So this is a way. First you have to write sales and its amount 4 lakh. So compare it with the biggest item on the income statement, that is sales only. So 4 lakh divided by 4 lakh into 100, it is 100%. Less variable cost. Material wages are the variable cost. So amount is given. Compare it with the sales. So you will get this percentage. So that is 1,20,000 divided by 4 lakh. 30%, 70,000 divided by 4 lakh, 17.5%. So the contribution is, so contribution also you need to compare with the sales amount. So you will get this percentage. Then fixed cost, factory expenses, office expenses, selling expenses. So all these items, compare it with the sales, you will get this percentage. Then you will get EBT, and EBT also need to be compared with the sales. Then less interest divided by sales into 100, 2%. We'll get EBT. EBT divided by sales into 100. Then less tax. So tax at 35%, 35% on profit. Okay, on earning before tax, on before tax. So 35% is 51,065, and compare it with the sales, you'll get this much amount. And in case of balance sheet, I said already, it is to be compared with the biggest value on balance sheet, that is assets total and liabilities total. Okay, so share capital amount 1 lakh divided by total of assets 2,50,000 into 100, 40%. Then reserves 30,000 divided by 2,50,000 into 100. Profit and loss account 35,000 divided by 2,50,000 into 100. Debentures 40,000 divided by 2,50,000 into 100. Creditors 45,000 divided by 2,50,000 into 100. Like that. Similarly, fixed assets all the kinds of assets, fixed assets and current assets, and that we are taking together. We can take together, ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ತಗೊಳ್ಬಹುದು ಅಥವಾ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ತಗೊಳ್ಬಹುದು, ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಏನಾಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. And about assets and liabilities, it will be 100% because we are comparing with itself only. Sometime questions may ask like this: from the following information, prepare comparative common size balance sheet or common size income statement. So your balance sheet of 2 years are given. So you need to apply both the technique. First you have to apply comparative technique. In case of comparative technique, you are going to compare it with the previous year's value and what is the changes in rupees and percentage you are going to calculate. For example, if it is equity share, previous year 4 lakh, current year 6 lakh. So changes is 2 lakh. 2 lakh divided by base year value, that is 4 lakh. So what is the changes in percentage? That is what in case of comparative. In case of common size, we are going to compare this equity share capital with the biggest value on the balance sheet, that is total of assets or total of liabilities. So 4 lakh divided by 8,62,000 into 100, like that. So two financial statements you need to prepare here under two techniques, under each technique. So next third technique is of trend values, which is very easy. Okay, so in case of trend values, you are going to compare each component with its base year value. First case alli comparative financial statement alli ನಾವು changes difference ಮತ್ತೆ base year value na ತಗೊಳ್ತಿದ್ದೇವೆ. Don't confuse. In case of comparative, there we are taking difference, changes in rupees divided by base year value. But in case of trend values, value means operating profit divided by what base year value that we are taking. For example, here 40,500 is a base year value, current year value. Its base year is the least one, that is 2005. Compare it with them. That's what. See, 40,500 divided by 23,025 into 100. 29,250. 2008 iddu profit to 29,750. Compare with the least year, that is 23,025. Like that, same ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬರುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಆ ವರ್ಷದ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಬೈ ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಬೇಸ್ ಇಯರ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂನ ತಗೊಳ್ಳುವಂಥದ್ದು. Like that we have to do. Any components, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ ಮತ್ತು ಇನ್ವೆಂಟ್ರಿ. ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ here in case of this example, base year is 2009. ಬೇಸ್ ಇಯರ್ 2009 ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ 2009ಗೆ ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಟ್ರೆಂಡ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಅನ್ನ. ಫಾರ್ 2009 percentage is 100% ಆಗ್ತದೆ, because we are comparing with that year only. For 2015, 2000 divided by base year value 1100 divided into 100, like that percentage we are calculating. Got it? Thank you.